Welcome to the Mills Creek Trail in the Ocala National Forest. Maybe I'm pronouncing that right. Just a little bit outside of Orlando, Florida. And this is a very different environment than I'm used to. Very muggy today, very wet. It was raining on my way in, on the drive-in here today. So forecast is for rain on and off all day. Fingers crossed because I forgot my rain jacket. But here to explore, see what we find, enjoy our day. As always, nothing really out of the ordinary on that front. And I think maybe I've just found my first shot of the day. Over here, I've got this fallen tree trunk covered in polypody mushrooms, turkey tails, and there's one little curled, dried up fern leaf kind of up against some. It's a very small little scene, so I'm gonna try to get in close with my close-up lens and see if I can make an image out of this. But this is gonna be my hopeful start to the day and to my 2026. I think this will be my first image of the year. Still in January, so we're doing great. So we're gonna set up this little fellow over here. Welcome everybody to the Florida swampland. Let's enjoy this day, shall we? All right, so I've got my little polypody mushrooms, my little baby fern leaf sitting right down here, getting framed up on my shot. Thinking about this, playing through. I'm thinking one, I gotta watch this right here so I don't poke my eye out on this palm tree. And two, thinking about my crop on this, the framing of it. There's a lot going on, lots of patterns, lots of brown and white lines, and we've got a nice curvy arc of this fern leaf wrapping. Okay, I have to be honest. Messed that shot up, which would be fine ordinarily, but I messed up 2 other shots on this day as well. I took 5 on this day, messed up 3 of them, and all of them were for the same reason, me. I rushed through it. I didn't think it through. I didn't check my work in the field. I didn't do all of the things I have told myself and everyone else to do. Slow down, check your corners, check your framing, make sure you've got your critical focus correct before you pack up and move on. I didn't. I set up my camera. I turned on the auto focus bracketing feature of the camera. I trusted that it did its thing, packed up my stuff, and moved on. I walked away with nothing. My own fault, my own impatience in the moment. So rather than just skip over it and pretend that it didn't happen, I thought I would record this little moment for posterity and as a reminder to myself and to everyone, slow down, take the moment, enjoy it, make sure you have everything you need, and stop rushing it. There are a million things that could go wrong and you need to check them all. So I'm kind of trying to walk past this moment, get past it, put it behind me, chalk it up as a learning experience, and continue on. I did manage to get 2 other images this day, so let's jump back in here, see how those 2 turned out, and hopefully never repeat this incident again. Yeah, well, here it is. We found the creek. It's a creek, I'll admit that. And I crossed this bridge a bit gingerly. The wood is wet and slippery, so I don't particularly want to fall into the creek. Confession time. I'm finding myself rushing through this trail for no reason whatsoever. So I've hit this creek, I've glanced at it quickly and decided there's nothing here, I want to keep going. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop here and slow down and look at it. There has to be some image here. Not necessarily a good one. It might be a great one, it might be a terrible one, but there's something here. It's pretty, there's lots going on, and maybe that's my problem, there's too much going on, but I want to take a moment to slow down and breathe and look at this and take it in and really consider it, because that's the goal for 2026, is to be a little more considered in my photography and to think things through a little bit more and to take some more time. Don't see any alligators in this creek, so that's a good thing. Not that I plan on getting into it at all, but let's see what we can find here. Let's put the bag down, walk around, see if there's anything that I can find. I'm sure there is if I try just a little bit. All right, my friends, after not too much searching, actually, I found two shots. They're both leaves, which I think comes as no surprise to anybody, but they're really pretty. I think they're both sweet gum leaves. One of them is this beautiful bright yellow one right here on the surface of the water, and another one is this orange, brownish, very spotted one below the surface of the water. So they're both right here, two different images. I'm gonna shoot this yellow leaf first because it's closer and a little easier to get to, and two, I don't know with certainty that I can get the second shot without disturbing this first shot. So that's my order of operations. Show you this first shot right here we're looking at. Beautiful little sweet gum leaf. Shooting with my 200mm at 200, have a polarizer on there, remove the glare of the water, really increase that contrast of this leaf. Zooming in here, get a nice sharp focus. I think this is gonna be able to be caught in one frame, which makes me real happy to not do a focus stack for once. A little bit underexposed, like 1/3 of a stop. F9, ISO 100, 1/8 of a second. Little 2-second timer, let that go. This one is really just that leaf popping in. I'll show you here what we're looking at right here. Here it is. Let's see if I can mimic my exposure a bit more in the video frame. Little something like that, where we're just letting all of the leaves around us go, and that little yellow leaf just really pops out and lives in the middle of the frame. I think when I get home with this one, I'm probably going to rotate it counterclockwise 90 degrees, get the leaf sitting upright. So with that in mind, I'm putting the leaf about, well, let's recompose here. I'm going to put the leaf in the bottom 2/3 of the frame, let the top come in. There's a little bit of colored leaves here in the top that actually kind of add a nice little bit to this image. Settings are the same, just changing out my composition adds a little more interest to the top of this frame. Framing in camera right now 4x5, and we'll probably keep that crop. Move my 1.5 foot forward, and the rain has started to fall. It might be fine, I don't know, but this image is proving to be a little bit tricky in that the reflections are really hard to combat. The sun's directly over my head, reflecting off this water, so I want to get rid of all those reflections so I see the leaf below it. So I have a combination of my diffuser, which I'm holding in as close as I can, and myself, which I'm holding back here as much as I can. So just trying to cover the whole scene, focused in tight on that leaf, just zoomed in manual focus to get the leaf focused below the surface of the water. Not trusting the camera's autofocus at all for this one. Settings are the same, ISO 100, F9, 1/3 of a second. I'll show you here what this image looks like. And here it is. Here you can see like all this white that's in there. So when I bring this diffuser in, you can see what it does. It really kind of helps just get rid of those reflections, and then my shadow as well over bits of this will help fill that whole thing in. This one's just kind of that nice dark moody feel of this submerged leaf under the water. The pattern and the slight hint of color, that's all there is to this one. I really kind of do like it. It's the sort of thing that's just right up my alley and that I really enjoy doing. I just need to play this little weird positional dance, figure out where I need to go to cover all the bits, and take this shot. I think we're gonna call it a day. Beautiful day, really. At least it ended up being that way. I don't know that it started that way, not for me anyway. Kind of started off a little scattered, little disheveled, didn't know what to expect. Still don't really, but I ended up having a really wonderful day. And the moment happened, there was a turnaround where I was just standing in the trees waiting for this rain to pass, and it was just coming down really, really hard, and I just stopped, packed everything away, put everything away, and I just stood in the trees, listened to the rainfall, waiting for it to pass. And that moment of just being submerged in all of this stuff around me and this beautiful rain and the sound of it all, it just kind of, everything went away and nothing mattered. I was out here and enjoying myself, and that was the most important thing, that I was enjoying myself. So after that, started to kind of walk again, collected myself, stopped, tried to think things through, think about stuff rather than rush through and look for a composition, which is stupid. Just slow down and look around and see what grabs my attention and what I like and what I enjoy, and photograph that. So sadly, I didn't make that realization until I was about halfway through this day, but still had a wonderful day. I had a great time out here, and that is always the most important part. And I really do want to thank you for coming along with me. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. Tell your friends, because the more the merrier. I really would like to see the channel grow. And if you liked what you saw here and you'd like to get some more, please stop on over to my website, toddhphoto.com. Over there, you'll see some more of my work that I've been taking throughout the years. And if you really like it and would like to get some more of it, I'd love it if you signed up for my mailing list. There, I email out advance access to my blog posts. You get the blog posts 1 week early, and as a member of the mailing list, you get access to download the featured image free for 1 week before it is offered up for sale as a digital download on my website. And if you'd like to get a print for yourself, I do have a small selection of fine art prints available for sale on my website as well. But once again, as the sun comes poking out here at the Miller Creek Trail in the Ocala National Forest here in Florida, so long, and we'll see you next time.